Okay, let's go.
What's that? Brother,
Baby, do you know what that's worth?
Try not to be obsessed. I fucked up, oh girl, I know. I fucked up, oh girl, I know.
I can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. The baby, the best. I got my red dress. I feel it in the air telephone.
For Valentine's Day, I thought I'd buy a gun.
I'm so addicted to you. I'm so addicted to you. Baby, brand it that you now. I wanna keep it for myself. You're back beneath the sun, wishing I could write my name on it when you call.
I came across a ton of research that when we are doing things with our hands, whether it's cooking or gardening or crafting, there's something called the effort-driven reward cycle in our brain, and it literally, our hands trigger the happy chemicals to be released in our brain.
They say one, they say they say wow, yeah, oh my God, one, they say they say wow.
You better lock your phone. I'm looking. Won't take a lot to get you going. I'm sorry if it's touchy, baby.
Last Friday night, oh, I'm there with somebody. I wanna feel like it with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves. There's a stranger in my bed.
You better lock your phone. I'm looking. Won't take a lot to get you going. I'm sorry if it's touchy, baby. I better lock your
Yardies telling me dance. Shit, I should've just flung my shoulder. 079 me, hand it over. Whole team ballers, Guardiola. Chain too cold, could've caught pneumonia. Put it on when I link Cadiola. See me, I don't tolerate snakes, don't tolerate fakes, so I cut the cobra. Why they got me bookie? Texting my phone, hey Pookie. Ha ha. Here dude, ain't heard of your ex like who's he? Post
You guys have been asking me for a tutorial to make these cute flowers. The first thing you have to do is pick out 2 colors. Then you have to add 4 beads and 1 for the one in the middle. And then add the thread through the first bead. And then you have to pull the thread and then add 3 more. And then it's a flower.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, tonight, go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
This comment is so old, but I got the beads again. So this is what they sound like.
Alright, let's talk beaded bracelets. These are literally one of the reasons I started my jewelry company, because I loved these and they were a little too expensive for me on the markets. So mine are a little bit cheaper. If you want them, they're gold filled. You can wear them in the water, in the shower. I never take them off. We have a few different sizes. We also have silver, this little tiny silver one. So freaking cute. These are all called the honey bracelets. And the big one is called the Zoe. So, go buy them.
My face above the water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like.
بهالفيديو رح أعلمكم كيف تبكلوا اسوارة بطريقة ما تنقطش بحياتها. أول ربطة بتكون كتير عادية مثل أي ربطة تانية. تاني ربطة بتحطوا الحبلتين بعكس ما كنتوا حاطينهم بالربطة الأولى، وبتلفون هالمرة مش مرة واحدة، بتلفون مرتين. لازم تطلع معكم مثل ما أنا طالعة بالفيديو نفس الشي. بعدين بتشدوها كتير 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 منيح وبتتأكدوا أنها ثابتة على الآخر. تالت ربطة رح نرجع نحط الحبلتين بعكس بعض مثل الفيديو، وكمان رح نلفن لفتين. بعدين منسكرون ومنشدون كتير منيح، ومنشد الاسوارة من تحت كمان بهيدي الطريقة قبل ما نقطشها. حبيتوا التوتوريال؟
My daughter has been making these clay bead bracelets for a little over a year. She loves making these for her friends and family for holidays, and she would even make custom ones and sell them. And I literally cannot count how many of these bead kits we have in the house. I know she's got about 30 different kits, but y'all, these bracelet kits are on TikTok shop right now for way less than what we paid for them last summer. So if you or your kiddos want to pick up a hobby this summer, I'm telling you, this right here is the one that you want to try out. I know she made over 300 bracelets last summer, and with this kit having so many different options and so many different colors, I love the fact that each bracelet is so unique in its own way, and these are selling like crazy this summer, so go ahead and get yours before they're gone.
I've made the first 2 necklaces to sell, and I'm going to explain to you what you have to do if you want to have one, and I'm going to show you which ones I've made so far. This is the first one. It's a dark red, and I used tiger's eye beads at the end, and there's also in between there's some brown beads. I'm going to show you what it looks like on. When putting them on, it's best, if you want it to hold up well, to twist it once. So push this through here, and then twist it forward, and that way it's not going to open up when you wear it. But this is the rub one on. This is the next one. It's dark blue with coral accents and these big, beautiful coral beads at the end. And also in between you have the dark blue and the coral. I obviously asked all the girls if it's fine for me to put them on for the video, but here's this one on. This is the next one. It's a very dark blue with a very light purple, the same in the in-between beads. And at the ends I used some kind of purplish, pinkish stones. This is this one on. And this is the last one I made. It's different shades of green, and in the flowers I put a little bit of yellow and the green beads at the end. I also put these darker green beads in between, and I'm going to show you what is cool about this when you wear it backwards. They're all at the front, so it looks super cool. This is what it looks like backwards, where you can see that the green beads kind of collect at the front, and you have the flower in the back. And this is what it looks like at the front. So if you also want one, I'm making a list, and you can just DM me and include the country you're in and also kind of what color preference you like, just because I'm going to be buying new materials and I kind of keep in mind what colors are popular and which ones I should shop for. And I might also do a thing where I pick people at random from the comments each video. That way people who got to me super late can also have the chance to have one a little bit quicker, because there's a bunch of people waiting and they take some time to make. But yeah, just DM me.
5 verschiedene Armbandstile, damit du nicht immer dasselbe machen musst. Fangen wir einfach an. Wenn du bisher nur unterschiedliche Farben nacheinander aufgefädelt hast, dann probier doch mal dasselbe, aber mit unterschiedlich großen Perlen. Ich finde, das sieht schon deutlich hochwertiger aus, als immer gleich große Perlen zu nehmen. Dann eine Knüpfmethode, die tatsächlich super einfach ist, und das ist diese hier. Wichtig ist, dass ihr dafür 2 Fäden braucht. Also ihr macht quasi einen Verschluss und fädelt den in die Mitte und nehmt dann 2 Fäden. Und dann fädelt ihr immer abwechselnd eine Perle durch beide Schnüre und dann aber 3 Perlen an die eine Schnur, 3 Perlen an die andere Schnur, dann wieder eine Perle an beide Schnüre, und so entsteht dann eben dieses Muster hier. Für die dritte Variante kombinieren wir den ersten und den zweiten Schritt. Und dann haben wir dieses Ergebnis, und zwar verwenden wir die Knüpftechnik von der zweiten Methode, aber nehmen unterschiedlich große Perlen wie in der ersten Methode. Wichtig ist hier nur, dass ihr die Mittelperle von beiden Seiten durchfädelt, also einen Faden durch die eine Seite, den anderen Faden durch die andere Seite, so über Kreuz. Dann habt ihr ein Armband mit verschiedenen Perlen, sieht auch, finde ich, sehr, sehr wertig aus. Die 2 schwierigsten Varianten habe ich jetzt zum Schluss. Das ist einmal die Blumenfädelmethode mit nur einem Faden. Das sieht so aus. Ich habe dazu auch ein aufwendigeres Tutorial online, also schaut euch gerne das an. Letzten Endes fädelt ihr hierfür 3 Perlen von einer Farbe auf, dann die Mittelperle, also in einer anderen Farbe, und geht dann mit dem Anfang der Schnur durch die erste Perle, aber von der anderen Seite durch. Dann habt ihr die erste Schlaufe der Blume und fädelt dann nochmal 2 weitere Perlen auf und geht durch die obere Perle, um den Kreis zu schließen. Einfacher ist es aber, finde ich, mit der Methode, wo man 2 Fäden braucht. Und das funktioniert so, dass ihr für die Blume erstmal eine Farbe über Kreuz durchfädelt, dann 2 auf jeweils eine Schnur, dann eine Mittelperle, also in einer anderen Farbe, mit beiden Schnüren. Dann fädelt ihr jeweils eine Schnur unten durch die 2 parallelen Farben und schließt das Ganze dann noch mit einer Perle der Blüte über Kreuz ab. Für ausführliche Tutorials schaut euch bitte auf meinem TikTok-Kanal um, weil da habe ich einiges online. Was gefällt euch am besten? Lasst es mich wissen.
Hey guys, so a lot of you asked me for a tutorial on how to make a bead loom bracelet. This is my bead loom that I got for, I think, $8 from Amazon. You can find them on there or at Michael's, Joann's, or even Fire Mountain Gems online. You are going to need Nymo nylon beading thread. This is size D with a size 11 needle. And then I use size 11 Miyuki Delicate beads, but you can also use size 11 check glass beads too. I will be making a rainbow with 6 colors here, so I will need 6 spaces down on my loom. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. I know my peg is really messy, but on one of the pegs you're going to need to tie a knot with your thread on. Place the thread in one of the spaces in the middle right here, then bring it across to the other side, make it about even. And then you see what I'm doing here? I am twisting the thread along the peg, and then I'm going to be going across the next line here, I guess. There's a word for it, I know there is, but yeah, so you're just gonna basically wrap around. So I don't know if you could see, but so far you can see I have 2 spaces in between the threads, and I will need 6 in total. And you can see those 6 spaces here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the ending, I just tied a knot on here. You want to make sure that your threads are a little tight when they're across so they don't loosen up while you're weaving in the beads, but you don't want too tight because then your I think it's called the barrel right here, it'll fall off if your string is too tight. Now I cut a decent amount of thread here and brought up through that last space here. This is going to be the thread that's going to help us weave our beads vertically across these horizontal rows. So I'm just going to tie a knot here. You could do a single knot or a double knot, just make sure it's pretty tight like that. When you're looking at, say, an alpha pattern and you're looking at that first vertical line, you're going to take the colors from the bottom row and work your way up. So you see I start off with purple all the way up to red. Now I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to go under these rows right here and pull it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the beads into each space. So there are 6 beads, so they should fit into each space. And so they're up through here. And so with my needle, I'm going to go through the beads, but I'm going to make sure that my needle doesn't go under the thread here, because then it's just going to look a little wonky. So you make sure that you put your needle through like the top part of the bead, I guess. I'm going to go through here, and then you pull it. And then just...
This is how you can start a bracelet business in 3 minutes. Okay, so step number 1, the first thing you need to do when you're creating a business, especially a bracelet business, you need to establish your social medias. Are you going to use TikTok? Are you going to use Instagram, Facebook? Whatever you're going to use, choose one platform. Me personally, if I was starting my business over in 2024, I would choose TikTok. Okay, so now that you have your Instagram page or your TikTok chosen, now you need to go ahead and create you a website. Yes, do not argue with me. This is 2024. You need a website. So we have platforms like Etsy, Shopify, Big Cartel, GoDaddy to start websites on. Me personally, I would prefer Shopify because honestly, it's just the top tier place and you might as well start on a high note, right? Okay, right. So create your Shopify, www.yourbusinessname.com, and you're ready to go. Okay, step number 3, after you have your social media, you have your website, now it's time to gather your supplies. With the bracelet business, it is so profitable, okay? It is a very cheap startup cost, and you can charge 2, 3, or 4 times the price that you purchased the bracelets or inventory for. So for example, you have to choose, are you going to be doing bangles? Are you going to be doing beads? Are you going to be doing accessories? What are you going to be doing with your bracelet business? Me personally, I gathered all of my materials. I decided to start off with just bangles and charms, okay? So I do have a vendors list on my website where you can purchase all of my vendors that I've ever used in my business. I started back in 2019. It is now 2024, and those businesses and those vendors are still up and active. I check them regularly. So if you do need help finding inventory, go ahead and check out the vendors list. But let's just say you found your own inventory. You have your social media, you have your website, you have your inventory. Now it's time to create. So first you need to start creating your bracelets first, upload them to your website, and then start to promote. It's no purpose of promoting a business if you do not have inventory ready to ship, okay? So you're going to take time to make your bracelets. I do have tutorials on YouTube as well. If you know how to make the bracelets already, perfect. It's tons of tutorials on TikTok as well. Make your bracelets. Now it's time to promote. You should be promoting 2 to 3 times a day when you are starting a business from zero. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't want to hear school. I don't want to hear work. Because guess what? I started my business when I was in college, okay? So yes, I had college classes. I had work. and I also started a business. So you need to be posting 2 to 3 times per day on your social media platforms. I used to post at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 2 p.m. Those are my times, and I used to kind of post a little bit in the evening, but during the daytime for me was the best. Honestly, as we enter the summer months, the daytime will be the best times to start posting. If you want to learn more about how to start a business, how to make sales, check out all my resources I have on my website. Bye.
Bye.